Hi, I'm Jacqueline Cady. I've been a long-term advocate for quality early education, and I'm affiliated with the Early Childhood Development Initiative here in Rochester. My interest is in the Common Core as it affects developmentally appropriate early education, ages 0 to 8. Unlike some of the speakers, I'll admit that some of the idea of the Common Core has some strengths. In the city of Rochester, our children have high mobility. A consistent curriculum could be helpful for that because a lot of our kids don't end up the year where they started out the year. Who can object to setting a high bar? We certainly need our children to develop the skills and knowledge to be gainfully employed, to be contributing citizens. But so far from what we've seen, the implementation of these standards is questionable, at least. For little ones, the core knowledge curriculum offered in the Engage New York materials is developmentally appropriate in many instances. Implementation in some venues has required rigid adherence to guidelines, scripts, and content that doesn't meet the needs of many of our children. So what's quality early education? The best early education involves hands-on learning, a curriculum centered on play, opportunities to explore. We want children to experience fun and excitement and to develop a sense of inquiry and a love of learning. A rigid curriculum with too much sitting and not enough doing doesn't support these goals. There are special considerations for some of our children. Years of research show that boys learn differently than girls. They need even more time for that active learning. In the city of Rochester, a high percentage of children have experienced trauma and violence. Research shows, in terms of brain development, that attention has to be given to their socio-emotional learning to enable that child to calm himself, for his brain to be engaged and be ready for cognitive growth. The Common Core implementation is not leaving time enough to meet the developmental needs of many of these children. I know that you are not the creators nor the implementers of this curriculum, but as the opportunity arises, I ask you to keep in the back of your mind the need for schools to be ready for the children, for a curriculum to be flexible, to meet the child where he is, and then gradually scaffold that learning toward the higher standard. Thank you.